Sam, Tim, it's our calling card. All the great ones leave their marks. We're the Flipper Flicks.
Nice.
And I'm Adam.
Nice.
I don't know why, but I was like, I'm going to do a Wet Bandits
Yeah.
intro this week.
I mean, they are burglars, so there you go.
That would be where I got it from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Sam.
I'm Tim.
And we're following.
Following
Whoa.
the leader, the leader,
Whoa.
the leader.
Whoa.
Sam is headed to
Whoa.
Neverland today. But, yeah, this week we got following. These two bozos gave me Christopher Nolan as my director's cut. And I was like, I could pick Interstellar again, but... Which is weird.
Great. Now I need to watch it.
Dude, right? I've been trying to get her to watch Interstellar recently, but she's like, you watched that in the last 4 months, and you don't need to watch it again.
Here's the thing that happened. He turned it on and promptly went to sleep. I stayed up and watched it. And so therefore, the next week, he was like, can we watch Interstellar? I'm like, bruh, I just watched it.
I just got through 3 hours of Matthew McConaughey. It's
all right.
Not that it wasn't great, but come on.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, those type of movies drain you if you watch them a lot. Even the first time you watched that was really good, but you're also super drained from watching this. Fuck.
You're like, I need to go into the outside world. I've been sitting for too long.
I need to move my body.
A big stretch going real quick, roll some shoulders.
Which was surprising that this film was not that long.
Yeah, this movie's 70 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was his first, right? You said
it was his first feature
in '98.
He had 3 short films before this.
Oh.
Yeah, Nolan studied when he was in university over in England.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he studied literature and not filmmaking.
I don't know. I feel like I could see that because all of his movies are super fucking long. So
yeah,
he's like,
I want to write books, but also not at the same time.
I actually don't like writing descriptions, and I just really like writing dialogue.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what it would be, right?
Yeah.
You just write a couple pages of dialogue, however long, and then you're like, all right, well,
and we're good.
Yeah.
Just 180 pages of dialogue for Interstellar.
Right. You just have it however you picture it, and you get people to do that, and you're nailed it.
Fucking nailed it.
Man, I need to make a movie.
I was gonna say Tim sold me on making a movie that way.
Well, the budget for this movie should sell both of you.
Oh, let me guess.
Yes.
I'm not gonna guess actually.
Please guess. I want to just
no.
It was in 1998.
In '98,
and it was an independent film at the time. I think
It was.
So 15 grand.
Man.
15 grand.
I was gonna say 10.
Yeah.
Well, for what it's worth, back in 1996, The Rock was 75 million.
Jesus.
Really? Was that all Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage? What the fuck?
Well, it was Michael Bay.
No. I was gonna say that's all Sean Connery, the bad guy, I can't remember his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Harris. And probably the explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Bay, Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to change my answer to 2,000.
Okay.
I'm going to keep going down.
It was 6,000.
I almost said 4 grand, but I was like, that feels
That's
low.
pretty good. That's kind of wild, actually.
It is considered one of the cheapest films that is to ever make it into theaters.
I mean,
as a feature.
If you think about it, though,
wow, what the?
Oh. Yeah, 48 grand in theaters.
I mean, they're just following him. He's got to have the equipment for it. He didn't have any big name actors. And they could have either shot it on a soundstage and spent a bunch of money, or they could have just done a few locations. It's not like they were going all over town.
No, it gets better. He had a hand crank camera that he walked around streets with.
Nice.
Fucking doing the hand crank.
That's amazing.
Yep.
And he was
awesome.
I did it so that I wouldn't draw attention with a film crew. I'm like,
because the hand crank?
Bruh, the hand crank is quite noticeable. If you're walking around with one of those, I'm going to stare at you.
Well, it makes noises, too.
Right. Click. Yeah.
No, Tim. It goes like a...
Yeah.
I just thought it was wild.
That is kind of crazy.
Some of this movie, this movie reminds me of Tenet in a way. I know this is a movie that came out nearly 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
No, it definitely came out 20 years later. where like you're like kind of trying to figure out the timeline because like at first he's like talking to a detective and then he's young. He's at the beginning of the movie like story, and then he's randomly in the middle of the story. And it's hopping around a bunch, and I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. And I think it would have been some of it would have been more noticeable if it wasn't in black and white, because the black and white kind of paints it all the same. Like, obviously,
Agreed.
when he gets a haircut and changes his clothes, you're like, oh, okay, this is different. But, like, in the middle, when he first gets beat up, I was like, wait, shit, did I miss something?
Yeah, you're like, well, hold on, what happened?
Yeah.
Dude's face is fucked.
There was a couple
Exactly.
times like that, like the time that he's strapping money to himself, it just literally cut to that, and I was like,
What is happening?
The editing was odd on this one.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was a little strange.
Again, first film for a guy that ends up making monster blockbusters.
Yeah.
Gotta start
Well,
somewhere.
how do you feel about the black and white?
Love and hate? Does it make any sense?
Why do you love and why do you hate?
I hate because I couldn't tell where the fuck I was the whole time.
Oh, I kind of liked that.
And I liked it because it kind of it gave the neo-noir feel. It just like put you in that mindset.
That's what I was wondering, because it didn't have like the theme of neo-noir.
No, it didn't.
But it played like a noir. So I was wondering if he did that because of the shadowing. He wanted like darker shadows or something. So that's kind of where my mind went with it, because it was harder to see things at times.
Mm-hmm.
And like some of it, like the money scene when that person charges and he smacks them, then they fall into the light. I was wondering if that's kind of like what they were going for with it. And then some of the at the end when the detective's talking to him, half his face is all dark, And I wonder if he was just trying to do a lot of shadow play with it. And as an indie film, maybe saved money doing that.
That's true, yeah.
This movie took an entire year to film because they could only film on Saturdays because the entire cast and crew, this was a second job. Everybody worked Monday to Friday. They would come in and they'd only get like 15 minutes worth of film a week.
That's pretty cool.
That makes sense.
So like I think that the black and white kind of like washed over their faces so it's less noticeable for us as a viewer.
Oh, definitely. If it took that long, and yeah, I mean 100%. One Saturday it could be cloudy, the next Saturday it could be bright sunny, and that would fuck up things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like the black and white? I feel like I gave my full answer.
Yeah. I liked it.
Tim?
I'm very neutral about it. I don't know. It didn't add anything to it for me, but it also like I feel like if I got an explanation for like why specifically it was chosen, I would probably like it. But like right now I'm like trying to figure that out, because to me it didn't add anything. Like, so I don't know.
You know what? I do think though there's a line in this movie that I would like more clarification on, that as to why they didn't add this extra little bit. He's like going through explaining like his following techniques. He's like, yeah, I follow them. Like I don't go down dark alleys. And like, if he just threw at the end nothing sexual, it would have cleared everything up.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
I think he made it clear that there
No,
was
he
nothing
definitely
sexual,
did.
but I agree.
He even said that about
Toss
women
it
like
in
not following
there.
him.
Yeah. It does feel like it's interesting because it does kind of feel like a different movie at the beginning. Like I almost thought when we were just watching him follow people and he was talking that he was like talking to like a therapist or something, and like you can kind of tell it's gonna go sideways pretty early on because he's fucking stalking people, but you didn't know like how it was gonna pan out.
Yeah, with only 70 minutes of runtime, you're like, this movie's gonna have to move at light speed.
Yeah.
Well, that's where all those edits came in that were just like it went from like going a decent pace to just like edit, and then we're at the end.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't know, the timelines did mess me up a ton. I don't know why. Normally I can follow that stuff.
Yeah.
At one point though, like Cobb, like the burglar, the professional burglar, let's call him that. He was like, they were walking around the woman's apartment or place, and he's just like, keeps going up to him. The main character's like, why are there so many pictures of this woman?
Yeah.
Why are there so many pictures of her? Well, maybe she's a model. So that's just insinuating that all models just have photos of themselves
just
draped through their house.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like a big stroke of like, what?
But like, why,
Narcissism?
dude? Does she have so many pictures of herself? Oh man. Yeah. I thought it was funny in their first break-in too, when he just like nonchalantly is like talking about like, oh yeah, we were just viewing the house or whatever, and the lady's like, but we're not moving.
Yeah, we're
No,
not moving.
we're
Oh,
not
then I'll contact
moving.
my realtor.
Yeah, like just very chill.
What?
Yeah, it was craziness.
Is it a different guy than that was in the apartment? Yeah, she's never gonna come up to us.
Which is probably not wrong.
Yeah, no, he like honestly, like that dude was right.
Yeah, there you go.
Then he was using Danny Lloyd's credit card, and it's like that guy's gonna shine on you, and it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
For some, that's just a reference to the fact that he named him after Danny from The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that one.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I got it. Like I thought it
You
was
got it
like
when you said it.
yeah.
Not when you were watching the film.
Not
to
when you watch it.
clarify.
No, yeah, I was going through the IMDb facts, and this one was like it just started listing like the movie posters he has on the wall, and I'm like, I don't care. Tim has eyes. Sam has eyes. I'm not gonna say these.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that he had a Marilyn Monroe poster? I'm like, no fucking shit.
Yeah,
It was right there.
in a couple different scenes.
Like
Right
all
there.
that's what threw me off at one point was they went back to him having short hair, and to me like it wasn't like you had to like actually look like when he cut his hair and shaved his beard. At first glance, it looked like a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sam is beard blind, so
Nah.
I don't know if that works for her, but
No, I mean, the only reason I knew it was him is because it starts in the beginning, and he's clean shaven and clean cut like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is definitely 1-to-1 him because he's talking
Yeah.
about himself when he's young. But the scene that confused me the most was when Cobb had beat him up on the roof. But when we see the scene, it's super early in the movie, and he's just like coughing like
glove.
a glove up. And I think it was intentionally like right after when he was in the first like burglar and he was putting on gloves, and I'm like, wait, so is he like method writing where he's just like swallowing gloves now? Like I was very confused until we were like way far down the line.
Right.
Like it just didn't make any sense.
At one point, did you guys think it was going to be like a scenario where Cobb never existed? And he was just
No.
if they had gone the therapist route, like the
It
psycho.
definitely seemed like he was gonna cross him at one point.
Yeah. Yeah, what type of weapon should I get for self-defense?
Yeah, but I didn't see him knowing the chick. Like that was new to me. I didn't think that they were
I
in
didn't catch
cahoots.
that.
So if that was noticeable,
Yeah.
I didn't notice it.
No, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
What did you think of the music?
It wasn't fucking Hans Zimmer.
There wasn't no
I
bwom.
Yeah. I don't even remember the music right now. to be
I don't
honest with
either.
you.
What?
That's how much I was just like, it just wasn't. It didn't add anything. But
It didn't add
looking
anything
at- I
or
mean-
hurt it.
right, yeah, it didn't make it memorable enough to go either direction. So
Oh shit! I really liked it. I thought it added to the tension.
really,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
But I will also say, I didn't love like they kind of lost me at parts in the middle when we're like really just watching him date that one chick. Like I feel like we spent a little bit too much time in him dating and
Yeah.
her talking about her getting robbed. Like I wish they would have cut that a little bit more
So
and
Sam's
showed
saying
us
this
more of
movie
the
should
Instead
be
of
end.
the
60
twist and-
minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, I would have gladly taken it 70 minutes like it was, but like, I don't know. I feel like some of the cuts at the back were too fast, and then some of the stuff at the beginning was like la la la.
right. Yeah.
If I had to describe it, just like that.
Did you guys like the idea of this film? Like a guy following a robber?
I thought it was weird.
That was weird.
I mean, I like the idea that he's like, oh, I'm following him to write about him and stuff, but it's weird because he went from
Just
people
following
watching
people.
to following people.
Mm-hmm.
To breaking into their house and seeing how they live people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
and
being
then acting like he's doing nothing wrong. It's like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
You still
this
don't bring it in my
escalated,
house."
dude.
this is
Yeah.
still breaking and entering, my dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although I think he did say that at one point, right? They were talking about like the old lady that got killed, and they were like, well, they weren't gonna book you for killing the old lady, and he's like, yeah, but they would still get me for breaking and entering. I'm like, oh, okay, so you understand like the situation that you're doing, because up until you said that line, I kind of thought you were just vibing with the whole burglary situation. Like, he didn't seem like he really cared.
No.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan though came up with the idea of this movie because his house was burgled.
Oh, well, there you go.
His home was burgled, and his first thought was, I wonder what they thought about when like they were going through my shit. Like, what did they think of me?
Interesting. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I agree. Like, what would they think? But like,
why do you care?
Why do you care?
Right.
Well, that means that Christopher Nolan clearly has a box, right?
Oh, I have a box. I have about 9 boxes. 8
Tim,
boxes.
do you have a box?
No.
What? You throw everything out?
I mean, I don't really.
Nothing sentimental in Tim's house.
I mean, they're all like on display or.
Wow, look at that.
He doesn't hoard.
Heads, you know. No.
He doesn't hoard shit, Sam. That's what he's saying.
I try not to.
Saying.
Yeah,
I guess it's like if you want to find our catnip. I don't know. We hide that from the cats in a box.
There you go.
Well,
maybe my computer's a box. I don't know.
We've traveled so much that we were like, I don't want to save. Like, I don't want to scrapbook. Scrapbooking is effort.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when we travel, like we'll keep like little note cards, not note cards, but like little, like the map of like whatever freaking place that we were.
Right.
And we'll put it in a box. We have a box for each year.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody went into our closet, you would see like 8 to 9 boxes.
They'd be like, man, what are in all these boxes? And then they'd be like, fucking receipts. What the hell? It'd be great.
They'd be like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Where are the valuables? Not in the boxes.
20 boxes of receipts. Way to go, guys.
And the
what year is it?
Oh, actually,
people are afraid of getting audited?
they are yeared as well.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't know what year.
Somebody would probably pick that up and be like, I'm going to leave now.
These people are into some weird shit, okay?
We're not going to find anything here. We're just going to put this back and not get hunted. Like,
oh, my goodness. That's funny. Well, did you like how he called a grilled cheese a toasted cheese sandwich? I thought it was so much more fancy.
I'm going to start calling it that.
Right, me too.
I'm just going to say he probably toasted the bread and then put the cheese on so the cheese is barely melted.
No, that would be disgusting. Although you're
wouldn't
probably right.
Yeah.
But I hate it. I hate the idea of that. So I'm going to disagree.
I like a grilled
principle.
Charlie or a grilled Frank, personally.
There you go.
Yeah? Those are your things?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You seem
Finish it on the radiator.
Yeah, there you go. It's got to be real nice and melty.
Tim seems like the type of guy that would like the Elvis meal.
The fool's gold or whatever?
Yeah, it's fool's gold.
I forget what it is. It's like,
what is that?
You got to look it up. I forget
I'll
what
look it up
is.
real quick.
It's like really big. I think they like hollow out bread and they put like peanut butter and bacon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what else happens.
I mean, that's enough. I'll eat that.
You're like, okay, I'm sold.
Okay, here we go.
Told me at bread.
It's a hollowed out loaf of bread filled with the contents of 1 jar of creamy peanut butter,
That's
1 jar of grape jelly,
That's
1 pound of bacon.
So you're
That's not
eating
enough.
3 pounds and a loaf of bread.
It's an entire loaf of bread, though, man.
I would my gluttony would kick in so hard that I would eat like half of that, get sick, and still eat it. And then I would probably throw up or something. But
I only get
let me go ahead and
gluttony
chug a gallon of milk with it.
Oh my God, no.
Oh.
It sounds kinda good.
He's like,
So-
I'm going to go make a PB&J with bacon. Like, that's basically
I mean,
what it
that's all it is. Yeah.
That is what it is, yeah. It came out of Denver, Colorado, way back in the day.
That checks out.
Well, it checks out now, but back in the day, not so much.
You don't know. All those people could have stayed there. And then, you know what I mean?
Cultivated? I don't
They've
think
cultivated
so.
their great recipes over the many years. They're mountain people, okay?
Take all this processed stuff and make them eat.
Well, you know what
Yes.
probably happened was they bought they super stocked their supply closet before winter.
Yeah.
End of winter
that's
was
probably
coming,
more
and they're
accurate.
like, "You guys just want to use this entire jar of peanut butter? Yeah, we got a jar of jelly too."
I dare you to eat it.
Yeah. Ooh, let me put bacon on it. Oh, okay.
100%. That's what happened.
What do you do with the hollowed out bits of the bread? Do
For
you like
stew.
make something else out of it? Yeah,
Probably
that's
stew.
what I would do.
Bread pudding.
That
Yeah,
could be
Eat
it.
that on the side.
yeah. That's your dessert after eating the whole thing.
More bread. Good
You know
luck.
what's really funny is a lot of desserts have peanut butter.
Yeah.
And I would say jelly is typically like sweeter, so people would put it with dessert.
Mhm.
So it's already a
Yeah.
dessert.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You want to use the bread for a stew.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Get your
There's
savory
a-
in.
It does help you wake up, by the way.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Popeyes actually has like a dessert strawberry jelly like little muffin you can get. It wasn't
Oh.
bad. I had Popeyes for the first time like last week, and it
That was pretty
not
good.
bad.
Nice.
I like Lee's famous chicken, personally.
Yeah, we have a Lee's. I haven't had it though.
It's pretty solid.
That's Adam's
Yeah.
favorite.
We've been going for a while without talking about the movie.
I know,
So this
right?
movie, I've been out of notes for a while.
I have to.
The movie's 70 minutes, okay? Well,
Yeah.
Tim, I got a very pressing question. Do you like the smell of
Uh-oh.
gasoline?
Do I like the smell of gasoline?
Yeah.
You're asking a car guy if he likes the smell of
Told you.
gasoline.
I told you.
I also love the smell of like boats, like boat gas. I mean, you use pretty much
Yeah,
the same thing, but it smells a little different,
It does smell different.
especially when it's that giant cloud and you just stick your head in. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah,
When
boat
somebody
exhaust
calls-
smells amazing.
When somebody coal rolls, Tim's just like, oh, I got to turn
Oh,
on the
not
AC
that.
at blast.
That's awful. Yeah, roll down the windows and just,
He looks like a dog.
Oh
No,
my
so
goodness.
something smelled like gas today, and Tim's like, "Oh, this is terrible." I'm like, "Do you know some people like the smell of gas?"
Well, now that Tim
Yeah.
has said that, I do like the smell of boats. And that's basically like
boats,
gas and
yeah.
water and fish and all that.
right.
There's more components to it, though.
Yeah, yeah. It does smell different, but
Yeah.
it does smell good. Now, it's not like burnt gas from a car doesn't smell good.
I don't.
Like,
I couldn't
It-
even
it's
tell you.
it's just like gas itself smells good. What was-
Wait, didn't you see this in the movie? He smells gas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's why he had
That was one
that
of those
face.
quick cuts, man.
Fool's Gold was made in a mine company.
What? Wild.
They
Is
needed
what
that extra
sandwich
protein.
thing is called?
Yeah. What's your last note?
It makes sense.
That was it.
Oh, you're out?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You guys have been wasting time for a note that didn't exist. Nice.
The critics give this
Yeah, I've
film
been
an
out.
82%.
Okay.
Audience get in at 85%.
Okay.
IMDb with a 7.5 out of 10, and Google with an 83%.
Those were pretty consistent except for IMDb.
Which 7.5 out of 10 is really good for IMDb.
I know, but
Right.
I was amazed at the 80s. Like 83, 85, 87.
3, 5, 2, 1. I don't know,
Close
but
enough.
so when I was scoring this myself, I actually scored it all 4s.
Whoa. But you said you didn't notice the music.
Yeah, I said not applicable.
Oh, okay.
That and the cinematography, which one was kind of iffy. But I said I would not stop in a hotel,
Oh.
and it had to flip off.
It kicked you out. It
Kicked
was
me
like,
out.
Which is
no.
surprising.
Yeah, like those
Giving
are
it
very,
all 4s and that happening? That's surprising.
Yeah, the hotel is the heaviest part of our algorithm,
Yeah.
so
That's why you end up on the fence all the
It's a
time.
good.
And did that agree with your brains?
I think so. I did say no to the hotel, and typically that is.
That agrees with your
yeah.
brains. Nice.
What about you, Sam?
Well, I'm probably going to be in the minority. I liked it and I scored it. What did I score it?
I don't know.
Actually I gave it a 3 on a lot of things, which is not, I think 3 is, it's all right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I scored it on. For the plot, I gave it a 5 because it had me hooked at the beginning. For the vibe, I gave it a 5 because I actually noticed the music and enjoyed it. So I gave that a
Yeah.
high score. I gave him props for the cinematography because he's trying something with the black and white. Don't know what it was, but clearly he tried. So yeah, I mean, mine basically said flip on, breath of fresh air. And I don't know. It was like Inception before Inception because he's getting double crossed and all that. So I don't know.
He's obsessed with the double cross.
He is.
Yeah.
I mean, even Batman has a double cross. Twice.
Da da da. Tim?
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it all 3s except for the plot. I give it a 4.
Wow. Look at
But
us.
music and cinematography, I put not out of quote. It just was like, whatever. And in the hotel, I said, keep going. So it said, flip off. Oh boy, that was a film, I guess. And that's pretty accurate to how I feel about it.
Like, I liked the
Like, I
film.
didn't hate it, but
It was pretty middle of the
I
road for
wasn't
me.
like, yeah, I think if there was a few different things changed with now it's good to hear that, it was a low budget thing and it did as well as it did. Like, that's impressive what they did with it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
otherwise, I'm like comparing to Nolan stuff now.
Yeah.
Obviously, but
It's a
But
lot
I'm like,
different.
you could see where
He was going.
he was then and then where he is now. You can make the connection. But
yeah.
Yeah, most of his films are double in length, too.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's the only other thing you're like, well, is it really Nolan?
Like you're at the climax. You're not even to the climax of his films these days by the time this movie's rolling credits,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will
which is
say,
insane.
if it had been longer, I don't think I would have. Like, I think I would have dragged it down.
Shit,
in my
Tim, I
ratings.
realized something. Sam liked this movie because it was 70 minutes.
Yeah. I gotta say,
yeah.
it kept my
Yeah,
attention.
Yep.
Now we gotta spin.
Yeah, we do. I'm trying to
Spin
pull up the app.
a ding dong.
All right, so my guess is it's going to be recommendations. I say this every week because there are 2 on the board.
There you go. Better chances.
We'll see, though. I'm finally right.
Nice.
I'm finally right. It's recommendations. So Sam has to pick something that somebody gave to us as a movie offer.
Oh,
Oh.
nice.
Movie offer?
I didn't know it was my turn. Like, I feel like I should know this by 3 years in, but I
Yeah, I
don't.
never know. I never know.
As long as I know where we are.
I can promise you that. We will keep podcasting, and I will never know when it's my turn.
Yep. Leave it to Adam. Makes it spicy. Or sour. Or sweet. I'm not sure.
Was that part of this episode?
I think that was before that
I think it was
episode.
before.
We'll keep
right
it in.
before?
If you like this episode, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FlipperFlix. I guess we don't have to say it anymore, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm old. Follow along, see what we're doing. Interact if you'd like to.
Yeah, hit us up there. I don't know. You can also give us recommendations on other of those sites, or you can go to our website at www.flipperflix.com. Yeah, we do a couple recommendations each season, so we just love we're trying to pander right now. We're trying to get you to come to our website, give us some clicks, and recommend us a movie because, we're going to have to pick those eventually, and more the merrier, right?
Yeah.
You can also, speaking of pandering, you can also rate and review us on Apple, Spotify now. Oh, we also do polls there occasionally. So that's always fun.
Answer Adam's questions.
Answer all of my questions, God damn it.
And if you're wondering, when can I catch these fools? You can catch us at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays. We're on Spotify, as Adam mentions, where he does his polls. We're on Apple, Google, Amazon. I believe you can subscribe on the various platforms, and that way you'll get like a push notification or it'll come right into your queue. So that way you don't ever have to look at the clock on Thursday. It'll just be there for you. Kitty!
Can you read that? Bye, later.